This first-generation student operates her own business, takes care of her family, and works towards her bachelor's degree in business. She also represents the often overlooked group, a group with their own troubles during COVID-19, the non-traditional student. Francesca Spillman, 46, moved from Mauritius, an island in the Indian Ocean located about 500 miles east of Madagascar. It was here she and a U.S. Marine fell in love. They married, moved to Oklahoma, and brought 2 children into the world. She launched her own cleaning business to help support them, but there was more out there for her.
I'm married and I have 2 teenagers right now. So when the children were small, I ran a house cleaning service. So I decided at some point that I did not want to do that the rest of my life. So I did the house cleaning service because it was flexible, because at the time my husband and I were homeschooling the children. So I had the flexibility to homeschool them and also to have that type of business. So one day on a Monday morning, I decided I didn't want to do this the rest of my life. So that was early in 2016. And so then I decided that very day to change my future, I needed to go back to school.
For some non-traditional students, years away from schoolwork requires an adjustment upon return.
Yes, and I knew I wanted to do this, but I had no idea what college was about. I'm a first-generation college student, and so I quickly understood on the first week of school that because I wanted to be serious about this, that I could not work at the same time, be committed to studying. So I let go of all of my clients except for, I think, a couple. So I quickly understood that on the first week of school, I remember one of the classes, I had a 5-page paper to write, and I was in a panic. I've never written a 5-page paper before. This is my first semester, and so, but I did get help, and I did okay.
Non-traditional students face some of the same issues as any other student: deadlines, new environment, and fitting in. But she had additional duties to more than herself.
I would say the most challenging thing was to juggle family life and being a full-time student. Because once I decided to become a full-time student, I didn't stop being a wife or a mother. And so there are needs there that needed to be fulfilled, which is ongoing, laundry, cooking. I mean, I do have a family that understands that I'm going to school, so they do their part to help me. But still, there are some things mother has to do.
Francesca was former president of the Non-Traditional Student Organization. Now that role is filled by Kylie Martin. The organization, like most on campus, has struggled under COVID-19, especially with being seen.
There's a lot of non-traditional students that don't realize there is a bunch of non-traditional students, so they don't actually realize that the organization exists, because it's not really talked about. A lot of advisors don't talk about it. Something that is just, I guess, kind of hidden a little bit.
There are an estimated 19 million students enrolled in a U.S. college this fall 2020. 7 million of those are over the age of 25, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. The journey into higher education is a mountain of hard work and obstacles for any type of student. OSU's non-traditional students simply have different struggles that often go unnoticed. Those like Francesca have endured. She offers this advice.
And whenever I had the choice, I would always sit where the professor would see me. So I did not want to be just somebody lost in a crowd of sometimes 300 students. I wanted the professors to know me by name, and most of them did.